So hi guys, I had a really long session in the afternoon, so I'm not really going to stay long this night. Make una no vex. Eh? Someone says, "Are you AI?" No, am I? Hello, Nietzsche. So I want to talk about this particular issue. There is a common misconception among women. Women say this thing a lot. And he's getting all he likes from his side chick. Let him marry her and bring her into the house. When he marries her and he brings her into the house, let us see if she can continue doing those things that she does. Let me tell you, you'll be amazed that 90% of what that side chick did before they married her, she will continue doing it in the house. Many people don't realize, and this is my message to the women right here. If your husband has a side chick cannot threaten a happy home. If a side chick comes and your husband follows the side chick and leaves you, it means there was always some vacuum in your life or in your husband's life that side chick was feeling. I'm telling you the truth, women don't like to admit it. Women don't like to admit. They always believe that, well, the man is useless, eh, he's looking for, he's greedy. You see, there's always the 80-20 rule. You have 80%, but your partner is lacking 20%. That 20% now becomes a big deal, and you go outside looking for that 20%, and then you end up losing the 80%. It does happen. But you see, sometimes 20% of goodness and peace of mind and enjoyment is better than 80% of madness. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, a lady, who was swearing to me in her life that she has never cheated on her husband. And she was trying to sell that she has never cheated, which is a good thing that you've never cheated on her husband. But she has slapped her husband in public before. Their husband has a scar on his head. She used fire extinguisher, smash him. She don't pour rice for him body for public before. But she never cheat on him. Show that they see the direction. For her, she has placed value on cheating. What if the husband is one of those men that don't really care about cheating, but is more willing to forgive cheating than to forgive somebody who slaps him in public? I counseled a couple about 4 years ago. The woman came with the same issue. I've never cheated on this guy before. He was my first. I was a V. Okay, brother, why are you going out? Brother say, house don't nearly burn because him and his wife bench finish. As she dey comot her pint, she throw her pint go meet lamp, and the pint dey near the lamp for 3 days until the pint nearly catch fire. Say if you dey comot for house for morning, Anyhow the house be, now so he go meet am when he come back for evening. This girl dirty, she dey scattered, she no fit cook. She comes from a rich home, so she has a Mercedes wey papa give am, and she was a V. So one day, the girl, they raped the guy. She was crying. I was in the middle trying to settle them. And the girl was like, I've been good to you. I've never had any other guy except you. The guy said, I think it would have been better if you had another guy. You're a mad person. This thing that you're doing is madness. I'm dealing with madness. Which one is pint go hang for lamp till he nearly burn house? And if you ask her, she believes that because she know they cheat, she's a valuable asset. Some women they don't understand, say men like quick. And men want quick. They'll come they hoard the quick. They will come they hoard the quick. So they go believe say because they have kids and they are run. Baba, you never see woman we like to bench. Inside that school run, they go still find time for that bench. No matter how busy they are, no matter what they have to do, if they like me, they get 10 job. That bench must happen. I don't dey inside relationship with woman where me and her they quarrel must still bench. So because you cannot do something, you find something impossible to do. You believe that everybody is like you and everybody will find it impossible to do that thing you find impossible to do. Go Steel, thank you for sending me super chat, super stickers, and super likes. Kamorudin Wakuku Bako. So, it's a short video, and I just wanted to just chat with my people. Don't think that the woman is this, my husband has a side chick, my husband will always prefer me. The side chick is temporary. Many women have collected top men dislodging their wives as side chicks. Even some of our preferred politicians that we love so much, now side chick they take enter house. So I don't talk past like that because I don't want to make the say that the freeze talk. My mouth now in the big pass. So when you see your husband with a side chick, don't feel like that thing she's doing. Let her come into the house. Sometimes women come into the house and will continue what they are doing even more. They will make you look silly. They will make you look silly. She be not picking you, they take care of, and they cook. These ones will cook, clean, take care of, and still bench your husband in a way that his mind will be blown. Now, because say you know fit do am, no means say other people outside no fit to. No go overestimate your ability. Then some women they flexible. You bend them like this, they bend. You bend. Some of you, once they raise your leg like this, you mess. Anytime they bring a banana, the way they go see you, fufu, they go see you there. You go chop, 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 chop. How you want to get energy to bench? That question I they ask. Many women in successful marriages today entered as side chicks. But if I talk am, it go be like say I dey talk nonsense. J-Lo, what is making you laugh? Oh, Fure, how are you doing? Oh, Fure, why are you always changing your name?
I don't know how to put my organic. And your friends, how are you?
I'm cuckoo fine. Oh, this one where you won't begin to interview me. Go ahead. Ask me what you want to ask me. That's it on your mind. J-Lo, wear your cloth now once and for all.
Hello. I'm coming, sir. Let me wear something. And the friends, this topic, I'm a very jealous lover. So me, I don't like this. I just get off my mind. Me, I don't like side chick matter. So me, I will do my best to keep my home.
I agree with you 100%. Do your best to keep your home. How old are you?
I turned 40 in January.
When did you get married?
Not too long.
Very good. Women like you are good to marry. Because when I don't pray for this marriage, as you get the marriage, you go do everything, make the marriage. You see, you can't compare a 40-year-old woman that just got married to a 20-year-old. That 20-year-old believes saying hot. That 20-year-old believes, hey, if you mess up anyhow, another man is waiting for me. At 40, you don't realize how hard it is to get a good man. I'm saying this.
What about men?
The same. You see?
So okay, thank God. Okay, the same. Go ahead. Yes,
the same thing applies to men.
You give us too much.
No, the same thing applies to men. A man at 40, a man who's getting married at 40, also realizes that, yes, he might be in his financial prime, but he must have struggled with relationships along the line. So he's going to appreciate what he has.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm telling you? Now, you see men. Now, women, they pose for men. No be men, they pose for women. Unless men will really get money. If you marry a 25-year-old girl, if she goes fine small, no problem. If she can't know, say she fine, na times 10 problem. It's one thing for a woman to be fine. Make you the console her for house. Make she no know, say, baby, am I really looking fat? I've lost weight, I've added weight. Make you the console and that was it. But the one way fine, make her know, saying fine, problem. But what they don't realize is,
How woman go fine, you don't know say fine. You know say we fine.
Once woman knows say fine, no problem. Because she will always believe that she can get a better man. And men outside will they tell her, say, no. There's a difference between self-confidence. You see, the fact that you can get another man doesn't mean you can get a better man.
True.
You can get a richer man, but not necessarily a better man. You can get a man who is better in bed, but for you to be able to get an overall better man, it go hard though. Dangote is not a better man than your husband. He's just a richer man. So what a woman believes is a better man is a richer man. So when a woman says, I don't know why I settled with you. I had men, rich men who wanted to marry me.
That's why we are praying. We women, we are praying to God that we don't marry nonsense and submit to nonsense. Yeah. We are praying to God that we don't marry. Daddy Freeze, in as much as I watch your life every time, I see the way you cherish taste buds. That's your wife. You respect her. It's not like you guys don't have your differences. You do have your differences, but you respect her and you give her her place in your life. So she not submit to nonsense. She not marry nonsense. And we two women, we pray we don't marry nonsense and submit to nonsense.
100%. A submissive woman submitting to nonsense is a foolish woman.
Absolutely.
A submissive woman submitting to nonsense is a foolish woman. What are you submitting to? Now, men also like submission. You've got to be able to understand, don't feed me what you think I like. Don't feed me what your mother fed your father. Because I'm not your father. I might not like what your mother fed your father. Women generally, how do you understand what your man likes? And the same thing goes for the men too. How do you understand what your woman likes? But you see, men don't believe that they satisfy their women. Just believe that I've been good. Never seen woman. I was very good to this guy. That goodness that you are measuring it with what yardstick?
Well, like there's no formula to a good home.
Do you understand what I'm saying, JLo? When a woman comes out and says, this guy, I was so good to him, I was this, I was that, it's like, let me give you an example. It's like JLo now, on my birthday, goes to buy me football boots, buy me football jersey, and buy tickets for Arsenal and Man U match. She has spent a lot of money. Everybody will say she has tried. But how valuable is it to me? Do you understand? How valuable is it to me? Sometimes what I need is peace. Peace. Sometimes what I need is, don't buy me that gift. Open your leg. Let me be able to hammer you for like 3 hours. Sometimes I don't need you to buy me that gift. Cook my favorite meal for me at home. Do you understand? Sometimes, imagine a husband we no like party. You can't throw a surprise birthday party. Person we no like party. You can't throw a surprise. Then if everybody, then you now go through so many lengths. You go through so much to make him enjoy this birthday party that he doesn't really care about.
Yeah. Well, look for what your man likes, what tickles his fancy, and do it for him. But Daddy Freeze, I have a question for you guys. Amen, don't come for me. What do you guys really want? Because you see,
is different. What I want is different from what the next person wants.
May I explain? You see a man, a beautiful woman that is well-read, educated, submissive, respectful, and they are still not okay. They still go outside and have these side chicks. So what do you guys really want? That's my question. Because we women, I know some women here, they are doing their best in their homes. In fact, they are going extra miles for their homes. And the man is still ungrateful and will still prefer a side chick outside. And then when you don't collect...
Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you, yeah? Sometimes men don't really care about your degrees. Maybe abroad, where the two of us are sharing, what is it called? The two of us are paying bills together. Maybe it can matter. But in Nigeria, the more educated the woman, the more problem. Not that she will be rude, but you can't expect a woman that has a PhD to sit down at home. She wants to start chasing a career. So this woman is respectful. This woman is nice. She does everything to please her husband. But she's never there. She's never there. The husband wants to watch a movie with her. She's not available. The husband wants to go to dinner with her. She's not available. So most men, unless the men are abroad who need women to bring that money, do not care. Like for instance, I don't feel marry that kind Natasha. As Natasha is my friend and she's very beautiful. But I don't feel make today my wife they could give, tomorrow my wife they I don't want. I'm not saying men who do are bad. Or everybody get their own ambition.
Right.
You understand? But my own ambition be say, I know they do any work where they keep me out late. So I want to be inside that house. I want to watch my Netflix. I want to relax. I want to gist. I want to sleep. I want to wake up. I want to be beside my wife. I don't want a career woman. Not because I want somebody that I will bully. No. You see, when men say they don't like career women, many women think that, oh, because high intelligence, we will, how do we put it? Will make you feel one kind. Her intelligence will intimidate you. No. It's not her intelligence. It's her lack of availability. Look at somebody like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Do you know what it means to marry? You'll probably see her once in 2 weeks.
I know, right?
Do you understand? Or you're marrying a travel nurse in the US who's making the money. So imagine I'm at home 4 days a week. I'm bored. I'm lonely. I'm making my small money that I'm making. I can pay my bills. Maybe she's making more money. But one of the reasons why I got married is to have a companion. Where you see Oyinbo people's marriages, they are each other's companions. They will do everything together.
Everything together. Shopping.
So shopping, everything. I do it with my wife. Now, my wife is very busy because she runs an academy and she runs her industrial kitchen. But I try to squeeze out time. Okay, when you are going shopping, let me know so we go shopping together. Then there are days I insist. Fridays, we are watching TV. I don't want to hear what's coming. I don't want to hear we are watching TV. I will throw a tantrum. Any day my wife is not available for Friday night movie into Saturday suya night, I will throw a tantrum. I will shout, and I sabi shout. Because part of the reason I don't care about this money, that because whether you like it or not, a woman's money is for her children and for her family.
Her family.
You understand? A man's money is for his wife, his children, and himself. You understand what I'm telling you? So all this extra work you are doing now for your family is not benefiting me in any way. You understand what I'm telling you? What I need you for is that companionship. If you are unavailable for the companionship, it becomes frustrating. So when a man says he doesn't want an educated, I don't want a woman who is more educated than me. It's not about the she'll be talking. All that one can be dealt with. The fact say you read 300 books, no mean say your IQ high. You understand? The fact say you be professor, no mean say your IQ high. You will still struggle with one or two things. So you go talk your own. The only thing is when women are professors, if they tell you something, they'll say, I'm telling you with authority. So argument with them can be very annoying. But that's small annoyance. The real annoyance is morning to night, they're at one work or the other. Then sometimes they are physically available, but they're on their phone working. So, how do you want to tell that man now not to have a side chick? Inside 1 week, you are available 2 days, and that 2 days you are using it to sleep for the work where you want to go do. Wetin concern me and this your work? You understand what I'm telling you? What benefit is your work to me? Because I will still give you money, no matter how. I will still buy you things and you will not buy me things. If my wife earns ₦1,000,000 a month and I earn 800,000 naira a month, just know that inside my 800,000 she go chop some, but inside that her 1 million I no go chop any.
Okay, what did she do for the house? What did she buy?
She go do am for the house, and I will also do for the house, but she will chop out of my own. I will not chop out of her own. You understand what I'm telling you?
You are correct in your analysis.
So now some men don't care. Some men actually like women that are busy so that they can have time. They don't want to cheat, but they just want to have time for themselves. That's another scenario. Now some men like women who know how to bench. If you know sabi bench, why do you want your husband to manage you? Especially when your husband don't they drop you small hints, say do am like this, do am like this, and you no agree. Why must you see a husband, once you don't marry woman, you must manage her anyhow she be. But there are things that can be corrected. You understand what I'm telling you?
I agree.
There are things that can be corrected. When they point out those things to you, what are you doing to correct them? So you are expecting your husband not to cheat on you, but you know sabi knack.
But that difference, most of the cheating or the knacking or the side chick thing, most men, what they say is they cannot keep having egusi. They want to.
Baba, let me tell you something. A man will tell you he does not want to have only ogbono, he does not want to have only egusi. By the time he consider the money where he go spend for that ogbono, by the time he consider the sneak where he go sneak, the hotel where he go rent, by the time he consider the emotional drama the ogbono go give him, because whether you like it or not, the ogbono too na woman. She will get period, she'll get ovulation, she'll get post-period, she'll get pre-period. So her hormones will still be like this. No, there's no side chick in this life that will not give you woman. My mama get woman problem. My wife get woman problem. My daughter get woman problem. As long as na woman, that their hormonal imbalance go always play. So no matter what, any woman even if she's better in bed than your wife, she will still give you her woman drama. It might be smaller than your wife's own, but every woman comes built in with drama. Do you understand? So yes, the man wants the ogbono, but he will go after it much less frequently if he has something to lose.
I agree.
He will chase that ogbono less frequently. Let me tell you things that can make me cheat on my wife. If my wife get passed away, she dey answer yes daddy too.
That pastor of a thing, I don't like.
If my wife get passed away, she dey answer yes daddy. My daddy said, no day where I no go. Because one day I go just vex.
Go meet your daddy.
Do you understand? Do you know how bad men hate that thing? My daddy in the Lord. Because I feel that you have a bench relationship with your pastor, but you are not benching. You are not benching physically, but it's benching your mind. I don't know if I'm connecting the dots properly.
Go ahead. Let me allow you.
No, that's all. Sister, talk. I want to end in 5 minutes so that I go rest. I'm very tired. Pop my money gun if you're watching on TikTok.
That the president tired recently. What's happening?
I was on for nearly 3 hours.
Yes.
Sama baby, I greet you. So you understand what I'm saying? So if I had
I don't fully agree with you on everything that you said.
You are a woman, you will not agree. And if fully. Because if me too, you want me to agree with you, that means the two of us will now be wrong.
No. I'm saying that you are right in some certain things that you said, and the other side
Sama,
I
waiting
feel
I
do not
do.
agree with
Hey,
you.
no vex. So I've been so crazy busy. I go hail you. Continue.
Yes, as 33, men get problem too.
Like what?
Men, like what? 33, you know now.
No, but what I'm saying
33,
is
no
everybody
matter
has
the time
problem.
when you give them for bed, no matter how nice you extend yourself, you overextend yourself. There's some men will not just be satisfied. Some women are still very, very like they're not a try, they don't do their best to keep their homes. There's nothing you cannot learn. If you say you know the bench work, you can learn it. But I hope in the process of learning it, the man will not say, where you for learn all this time, self. I'm not too sure. I don't know what a woman do for this world, what a woman do me for this world. Like, what can we do, or what will we ever do that looks right, that we are not undermined, and they don't take us for granted?
I think what that the phrase is trying to say is most women can do better. Like,
I just said that.
Try to improve on yourself, your physical appearance, how you dress, the attention you pay to your husband.
Yes, I agree with him, but I don't want that the phrase to always hammer on the women. I want him to balance it.
Let me explain something to you, yeah? I am a woman. I am a man. Do you know why sometimes it looks like I'm hammering on women? Because I am a man and I know what I want. I don't know what you want.
Women too, we know what we
but
want.
I can't know it.
We explain it, we give hints, we drop hints
Now,
here and there.
you see, now, what I can do is, as a man, I know as the shoe they take pain me. And I can advise you more accurately than I can advise the male gender. I can always advise the male, but I see a lot of our women being misled, especially by the media. You understand? I don't condone cheating. But there are things my wife will do. I will cheat. One, na that pastor, my wife get pastor away, papa, my papa in the Lord, my finish. If I not give woman belly outside, na small it go remain.
I feel you are the kind of person that will still discuss it or talk to her first.
Of course, I will discuss, but you see, many of those women are unyielding.
Some men won't even discuss it.
No, I go discuss them. Imagine say now na public holiday. Make I give you an example. Waiting one guy wife do am. This guy is Free Nation member. In wife dey all these churches. The wife no gree and knack am for 2 months. They do 100 days fasting.
But this fasting of the thing that it is, I think one day you should also discuss about this fasting when you talk.
Even the Bible says that when you are fasting, you should agree with your husband.
You're not eating.
Your husband first.
You are not eating the period you're fasting. But the time you break and you are eating food, I think it's also the time you can also bench if there's
Baba,
for you to.
they say the pastor say no benching. The pastor told you that no, that all the sweet things of life we have to take 100 days and we'll stay away from them so that we can be close to God.
It's not biblical.
It's not right.
How many things do they do in the Pentecostal church that are biblical? I can tell you 99 of the things out of 100 that they do in the Pentecostal church are not biblical. So the problem is not the woman. The problem is the woman that sees the pastor as her daddy. My papa has spoken. This guy sat his wife down because he's not a quarrelsome guy like me. Outside now you go meet your load. I go get your load, put inside car. Tell the Uber, say me go drop her for your pastor house. Now internet now go call out your pastor, say please leave my wife alone. We are not coming to your church again. And if my wife says women go divorce you, do you know this religion has eaten so deep into the heads of women? They will divorce you because they are not seeing you as separating them from the thief that is called their daddy Jew. They will see it as you are separating them from God. So tell me, say my friend wey in wife not gree knack am for 2 months, say make he not cheat. Tell me.
He should cheat.
Thank you.
In fact, he
He will
should.
definitely. He will
And she will
definitely.
lose that home. She never even lose the home. So those are exceptions, you know.
Do you know how many men have packed out of their bedrooms because their wives want to pray in the middle of the night? Do you know
Emotional.
if, for instance, I get plan, say I won't carry my wife go out, and it's not an emergency, but Papa say he want do something. Do you know how these women follow these their papas? You have no clue, because he never do you before. Now he make you they talk like this. So me, for instance, imagine say my wife say I no go knack am for 100 days because she want pray.
Even on your behalf, we will tell her that we are back because we know our daddy.
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
If my wife do 2 weeks, if I go cheat, say 2 weeks, I know if he touch you because you want to fast with your daddy Gio. As long as that thing is coming from your daddy Gio, that 2 weeks I'll go find where I go take enjoy myself. Because it is not coming from, it's not like it is us. And me, I say, okay, if we fast, why can't we knack in the evening? You understand what I'm telling you? So your daddy Gio saying you don't want, your daddy Gio calls fasting. Why must I then? The men that don't join in the fasting, they are devils.
They're not.
No, that's what Baba you. I dey pray say all of una no go enter those stupid churches where they these days.
Amen.
It's not possible. We don't need to say amen to that.
No, I know women that are, as in, there was one girl I was having a conversation with today. We talk about tithe. I asked her one question. Show me in the Bible where Christ collected tithe, or the disciples. Should be not them be our first Jew. Where did they collect tithe? You know, I'm not saying tithe is by force. No. I'm saying tithe is a no unless you can show me a biblical ground for tithing. No matter what you show her, no matter what logic you present to her, she goes back to her default Pentecostal mind, not realizing how dangerous it is. Because whatever the pastor says, it will mean. At the show, I want fake miracle. The girl says it's a lie that this pastor cannot do a fake miracle. I say, but this, wake up. I say, any day you wake up, me and you go talk. She says she's already awoken. I say, leave it. I say, you are so far away from waking up that you can't even use leg to reach waking up. You go need like Okada. May carry you. So, when you say I've been a good woman, by her estimation, she was a good woman. No be say she want go nightclub. Now fast she want fast. Now pray she want pray. And anybody where she tell, they'll say, oh, you have a good wife, a praying wife. I don't need a praying wife. I need wife where go sabi do like dog. I need wife where go sabi chop lollipop. I don't need a praying wife. I can pray for myself. But I can't, only me cannot be doing like dog. Only me cannot. I need, learn how to eat lollipop. That's what I need you for. Come and watch movie with me.
Companionship.
Come and be my companion. Which one is pray? When I know sabi pray, can't you pray for yourself?
I mean, there's no problem in praying.
There is. No,
you have to balance your social side, not just your spiritual side, praying, and then your home is decaying
Baba,
away.
guys, if you get wife where they pray 1 hour every day, run from her. I give you the right. Get a side chick.
No, Daddy Freeze, it's not like that.
No, it's like that. Say you in one whole day, as busy as you are, you have 1 hour to pray every day. What are you asking God?
Have different connections with God.
Please, guys, if you have a wife that has that kind of connection with God, run.
No, Daddy Freeze, it's not like that.
No. I hope that's not how you pray. I hope that's not how you pray 1 hour every day. J-Lo, come, you they pray 1 hour every day.
Was even one of our problem. I don't pray like other women do.
No, I don't. Everybody have their way of communicating with God.
Baba, there are some ways that are toxic.
No, Daddy Freeze, hear me out. Whatever hours you put with God is between you and God.
That's how we start. Don't worry. While you are with God, I'll be with my side chick.
No, Daddy Freeze, hear me out. As long as there's a balance, right?
It is impossible for you to balance 1 hour of prayer every day.
No, Daddy Freeze, you don't understand what I mean. I mean, pray all you want, attend to your husband's needs, and just be the wife.
I'm telling you that it is impossible for you to pray for 1 hour every day. You go still want go gym. You go still want go gym. You go still want take care of pikin. You still want cook. Baba, it's not achievable. One thing go suffer. One thing go suffer. J-Lo, do you agree with me that something will suffer?
It definitely. I'm not saying that some people probably can manage their time. I don't know how they manage their time. But me, Seb, I've reduced my prayer to thank you. Thank you, Lord, is enough every day. If you can just wake up in the morning and say, oh, thank you. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for waking me up this morning. I think it's enough. We have prayed for so many things that what prayer do you want to pray in this life?
So sometimes it's not prayer about asking. Sometimes it's prayer about asking, and sometimes it's prayer about being grateful.
My darling sister, if you are praying for 1 hour every day, you are wasting your time. God is not listening to you.
We cannot put a time frame.
Who told you? Who told you? Who told you prayer is communication with God? Story. Who told you prayer is communication with God?
Daddy Freeze, people communicate with God in different ways.
Okay, let me teach you how to communicate with God. Listen. Prayer is you talking to God.
Absolutely. What is talking?
Prayer is not listening to God. That's not communication. That's not communication. Imagine only me was here talking. You are not saying anything back. I'm just talking. That's not communication. That's you fooling yourself into believing that you are communicating with God. You are just ranting. And you are not ranting to God, you are ranting to yourself. Let me tell you, if you want to have a connection with God, have God in your life in such a way that you are walking around, you are communicating with God. You don't need to pray.
No, what I said.
When you are one, you see, the people I know in this life that pray a lot, they are the weakest spiritually. When you are very, me, I'm telling you, when you are very strong spiritually, you will notice that you will pray less.
Okay, then let me quickly say this and leave. What I meant by communicating for 1 hour, it's not just sitting down praying. People have their ways of communicating.
No.
What I mean, let me finish now. That if it's just hear me. People can pray. People can study the word in that 1 hour. People can praise. People can worship. It's all part of it.
And it has to be every day. And it has to be every day.
But in praise, you cannot tell that they are adults. You can't tell them what to do.
Okay.
But he's just asking that you have to do that every day. He's just asking that you have to do that every day.
I have to pray every day. I have to say thank you, God, for waking me up every day. I have to pray every day.
How long does it? Recite our Father. Let me hold on. Recite our Father. Hold on. Christ taught us how to pray. Wait. Christ taught us how to pray. The only prayer he taught us was our Father. It is 20 seconds.
That is free. I agree with you.
Okay, so why are you praying for 1 hour? What are you talking about 1 hour every day?
I'm trying to say, in you're spending time with God.
Mugbe. So okay, like this, we are not spending time with God.
You don't understand what I mean.
Only you can understand this thing that you mean.
Different ways. I'm explaining it.
No, you are convincing yourself because J-Lo, do you understand what she's saying?
Me now. Is it me that told you that I'm praying 1 hour? It's not.
You see, let me tell you something about religion, eh? Let me tell you something about religion, eh?
Can I go to the comment section?
Don't go to the comment section. Wait, this time I want to tell you. You see? No, me too, I'm going. Let me tell you something. Eh? Religious people who don't understand God will always tell you everybody has a special way of communicating with their God. The only religion where that is allowed is Satanism, where you choose the good and bad. You choose the mode of worship. Please explain to me, because the Bible says, Christ in Matthew chapter 6 says, when you pray, do not babble on and on like the pagans do, who think that the more they repeat themselves.
On Sunday, you come to us and you share God's word to us. You teach us the word. How do you sit down to say, okay, I want to focus on this for this Sunday? Do you study?
Of course.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, but you said pray for 1 hour is different. If you said you are changing out, J-Lo, is she not changing out?
I did not say pray that it frees.
J-Lo.
You don't tell things for 1 hour. You don't tell people how to communicate with God. They can
because you see, let me tell you something here. Okay. Sorry, my darling, before you go, this communicate with God is what has put Nigeria where it is today. We spend too much time communicating with God mindlessly, and our pastors know that we have this need, so they provide a service for it and make money off us. What do I teach people? Once you have a strong connection with God, as you are driving, you are in God's presence. You don't have to sing a song. You sometimes can just mutter, Father, thank you for this. You turn your 24 hours into your presence with God. But the moment you start reducing it, okay, in this 1 hour, I want to communicate with God. Then, okay, how are you communicating with God?
To go on and go on and go on. You have the urge.
No,
you just feel led.
no.
Okay,
where is it coming from?
Let me go to the comment section.
Go to the comment section.
Okay, thank you. Bye, guys.
Martin Ogboho said that the freeze is confusing you. It is your father and your mother that are confusing themselves in your house. Olori Buruku. God go punish you, collect rapture. That the freeze is confusing. You no go better for your papa. I don't block him.
No. Honestly,
somebody he don't talk and say go before he leads you to satanic world. Show me one place in the Bible where it says if you don't pray you will not make heaven. When they went to meet Christ, they said, teach us how to pray. He taught us our Father. Recite our Father, and time it is 20 seconds. He not enter 30 seconds. That's the foolishness. You pray and pray, and at the end of the day, are still going to go to a fire. So, I'm not saying it's bad to pray. You understand?
Yes,
but we need to focus on things that are more important than prayer. There's so many things. Prayer does not make the top 20 things that you need to do in this life and in heaven.
In fact, those people that pray like that, they are very wicked. If you stay close to them, the way they talk to you, the way they act, you can't say anything good. Like, have you ever stayed with people that pray?
The most wicked people I know in my house.
Their character.
The worst type of character in this life, you go find out for their hand.
Once you even start, I have one I'm experiencing in my house. Once you start, just play me, I just put bado music and be playing. Let's be jamming. No.
You understand? When you have a relationship with God and you are close to God, you will realize that the first thing I'll cut down is your prayer time. I'm not saying you shouldn't pray, but what are you saying praying 1 hour every day?
And I understand the part you're saying, like, don't do prayers and then leave you. This same marriage we are talking about, why do you have to replace your husband with prayer? Why do you have to replace what you're supposed to do with prayers? I mean,
90% of what you are praying for, if you sat down and you were thinking, you will solve it with your hand.
Hello. Good
Yeah.
evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Oh, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, I just have two things to say about what that lady said, communicating with God.
Okay.
How can you communicate with God every day if your life has nothing to show that has a connection that God can
No
connect
insult,
to?
am now
It's a
my
waste of
sister,
time.
brother, now my sister. So
I know,
just,
I know, I know.
just
It has
be
nothing to-
gentle.
You cannot, yeah, you can't say you're communicating with God every day. And when God comes close to you, there is nothing to show for it. That's what you said. I mean, it makes, I don't see how somebody can connect with this. And like for me, the reason why I haven't come to your life every time is I'm from a very strong Christian home. So I don't want to come when it looks like if I'm insulting my elder sister. Listen, my dad has been a pastor in Assemblies of God in the 1970s. He went to Bible school. My dad speaks Latin, and he has a problem because once you understand that Bible in Latin, you will have problem with top Christian leaders. You know, the GO of Assemblies of God used to come to our house. Reverend Ezigbo, even Chris Oyakilo, my dad or his grandfather, they used to hang out in our house those days. So I'm from a very strong Christian home, and too much of prayer made my elder sister to feel like my mom is a winch that doesn't want her to make it in life. You see? So a lot of people that praise the Lord think they are more spiritual than everybody. Then they will start hearing voices in their head because they felt like they are more spiritual, that God communicates with them. But in real sense, they have a problem in their praying. So if you pray so much in Nigeria and you are so connected to God, still yet everything around you is not working. Nothing is working. And those ones that pray less are like improving and developing. So what do you have to show for your prayer? How can you sit here and tell me you want to pray every day? How can you say you want to connect with God, communicate with God every day? Where did you see it in Bible that people connect with God every day? And she tried to sweet talk it, to add more things inside. It's like if they cook soup and you taste the soup, not sweet. When auntie,
Brother, it's okay. It's okay. Calm down. I think we should all calm down here and end. You see,
Because they put Maggie, they put everything. That's what she's doing.
I understand.
Just for her to make that point, she started saying like, okay, maybe you read your Bible, maybe you do this, maybe you do that.
Brother, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. Hold on. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. There is a billionaire in Nigeria today that is blind. Nobody pray reach that billionaire. Part of, as far as me I'm concerned, waiting lead to this thing. Now this plenty prayer.
Yes, no.
Because they begin they pray, things say they fit solve, waiting hospital supposed solve. I know if you talk am because I the code they talk am. There's somebody I know today, one of the richest people in Nigeria, going through a lot because of this prayer mentality. I'm not saying there are let me tell you what I teach people. There are times in your life when you feel spiritually weak and you want to cry to God or you want to talk to God or you want to. But you see, the moment you are spiritually built back up again, it can take a week, it can take 2 weeks, it can take 3 days. You shouldn't be in that space every day. It means you are spiritually weak.
That's true. Another thing I would say, honestly, that Nigeria, if it is not, even there are some things you know that they are wrong. You yourself, you don't want to do it. You will see your sister, you will see your neighbor, you will see this person, your friend, telling you, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do. Before I left Nigeria, I stopped going to church for about 2 years, to be honest. I stopped. I said, no more, no way.
They used to beat me.
Like, no way. I said, I'm not. And then in there, your people will still come and tell you, no, you can't give up. I said, I'm not giving up. It's not that I know God is, but me, I don't want to go again. People should just leave me. And that's what I did.
Titi Obama can't share her story earlier on today. Say the day inside church. I don't know if you were there. Say when God, say when pastor, she they follow pastor girlfriend go church. Say the money where they collect that day inside nylon, and the pastor go give them to go back to school. Baba, make we leave everything.
This prayer, you know what prayer don't do for my family. My elder sister, they go 60 something. This one, a woman will get 2 degrees, but church don't scrape her head. She there where she write for newspaper company for business, one business magazine in those 20 years ago. Nigerian Stock Exchange invite her when she can't work there. But this woman they sick, he get fibroid. He said a spiritual attack. Now so every time he go to faint, he go to faint, he go to faint. Now so he said a spiritual attack. After 20 years now, they tell me say now waiting happen to her. So if you pray every day, you go mountain of fire, you go God choosing, you do all these things, but still yet that thing where the worry you know feel leave you. It shows that your God is weak. Because you don't fit to pray for something every day and then there's no results. And then you still pray for it. That means you're praying for the wrong thing. You're channeling your energy and your time on the wrong thing. And like this woman get problem pass, so anything you go analyze as spiritually.
Let me tell you, in Nigeria, spirituality is actually a form of madness.
My uncle wife is sick. He sent message. My uncle wife is sick. He sent message to my uncle saying that the women were in pursuit. Now he make a wife is sick now. I go send message. Everything they go find one with trust something to this life.
About this brother don't vex. Okay.
Baba, make I shock you. This one where he sees so not the year one do. He dey go God choosing. He studied there. He teach theology there for 10 years now. He know the year word now. Now device they use here words. So how you gonna go church for 10, 15 years when it miracle they happen to anybody? Everybody, it don't happen to you. And every day you go see open your mind, they talk about spirituality. So sometimes I go don't look these people, they know they I don't know.
Bros.
I don't know.
Bros, no lie, you vex. And I'm also like you.
Now try to find them for my house. As I be the only son, there be 5 guests. Now problem they give me.
So I don't feel believe say in see woman here, he can't carry house vex. Come here. Brother, it's okay. The lady Ofure is my sister. She's a nice girl, a nice lady. You understand? And I don't want her to feel bad that why did she come to my life? Why did she come to my life? Blah 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 blah. We try to teach you. It's okay. I get you. But what I try to teach people is, if you are walking with God, prayer is not communication with God. Prayer is not spending time with God. Prayer is giving yourself the satisfaction that you think you are spending time with God. Because there are so many things you can do. Helping your neighbor is spending time with God. But they don't teach you now like that. Now pray. And those people where they pray like that, and I didn't get problem pass. I'm not saying about make I just go sleep before it begin. They look like say we gather my sister here. So my sister, don't worry, me and you go talk one-on-one. Send me DM. Brother, good night. J-Lo, thank you for sending me that stuff you sent me.
I just want to say, I live for Sweden here. Do you know one of the richest kings in Sweden was a man that changed the Catholic Church into Swedish Church. They call him Gustav Vasa. And he's the one that changed the Bible to Swedish language in 1541. He became the richest king in Sweden. Immediately he changed the churches to Swedish church because he was fighting side by side by the Roman emperor. He got to a time 50% of the Swedish men don't buy. The one way they don't get hand or get leg, the man can't tire. He just said, wait, happen, make na day there, make a day here. As he changed church to a personal property, nobody, no, inside the record, where they record the richest king for Sweden, nobody get money richer. And not only say he changed the Bible to Swedish language, he started changing the whole textbooks to Swedish language because then they speak German and other language for Sweden. So, I they follow you, most is where they talk, people don't go understand that. Sweden have, from my city here, they have a church that is 700 years old. So how can Nigeria they talk about Christianity? Any church for Nigeria don't reach 700 years old.
No church for Nigeria reach 100 years. No church for Nigeria.
What do they know about Christianity there?
Except Catholic Church.
In Lund, it's called Lund, Google it. In Lund, we have a 700 years old church here. So what do they know about Christianity there? A church that is 100, and I just get Christianity for 100 years, and I think and I know pass. Now they turn everything to spirituality. I beg you. Good night.
Good night, brother. Good night. Good night, everyone.